Howdy folks, my name is Richard Procopio, aka Bog Otter for Massively.com, and I have a Guild Wars 2 kind of patch preview. We've gotten information that the next patch is going to be July 23rd, and we know that ArenaNet is now doing this 2 weeks per patch kind of thing. But now we know information about the patch that's going to go live on July 23rd. It's going to be called Cutthroat Politics, and the living story is going to be basically put into the players' hands, and they're going to decide who the next member of the Captain's Council is going to be at Lion's Arch. Now, if you remember, during Dragon Bash, there was the effigy ceremony, and during that, there was an accident, right? Mytrin was responsible for actually orchestrating this sabotage during this ceremony, and one of the Captain Council members actually got murdered. So now there's a vacancy, and there are two candidates that are vying for filling that position. One of them is Lion Guard Inspector Keel. Actually, she's captain now, right? She's flying around in one of the Aether Blade airships that she has taken control over. So Inspector Keel is someone that the players are very familiar with, right? We've done a lot of the different Living Story events with her by our side. She has, she's not brimming with personality, but she's got a strong moral compass. She wants to do what's right, and she's been with the players for a while. And her opponent is Evan Nashblade. Now Nashblade is he's a war hero. He's also the head of the Black Lion Trading Company, right? So he's very, very wealthy. He's a Char, and he's looking to snatch up that last position as well. He's also responsible for Evan Nashblade's Box of Fun. So if you've ever purchased one of those, he invented them. Now, I actually got some cool posters here that ArenaNet sent me. Now, these got a little bit mangled in the mail, so forgive me, but we've got these campaign posters. All right, we've got Nashblade now, right? So this is heating up, and I also got a pin here that says I like Evan. Okay, and the other one that I have is this one here. We've got Keel for Council. Okay, so and we have the button that goes with that as well, Keel for Council. Now, the Nashblade ticket is going to try to deface Keel and basically say, where has she been the last few months, right? Oh, that's right. She was on South Sun Cove, and they have they're gonna basically report that she was there lying on the beach and vacationing and doing nothing, where the players know that she was actually stopping more bad things from happening. And Keel is going to be campaigning that Evan Nashblade has sold consortium items on the Black Lion Trading Company, so he obviously is in league with the consortium and doesn't have Lion's Arch's best interest in mind. So the players will be able to vote. I think it's great that the players will actually be able to decide the outcome of this Living Story event, right? They're going to affect how the story pans out, which person gets a permanent seat on the Captain's Council in Lion's Arch, and is going to probably be a more prominent NPC going forward. I do think that the odds probably are a little bit in favor of Keel because the players know her and have experienced a lot with her. I kind of wish that we had some more interaction with Nashblade up to this point so that we could actually, make a more informed decision having actually played the game with him a bit. But I will say that this next part has not been confirmed by ArenaNet. It's through data mining. Players have posted this, and I'm going to just put it in there for completeness. But apparently, there's some other rewards that will happen as a result of who we choose. So the rumor has it that if we choose Ellen Keel to win the seat, the Aether Blade Retreat dungeon will actually be put into the Fractals of the Mist rotation, and we'll also get a reduction of waypoint fees. And there's also certain mini games that will be put into the game kind of on a permanent rotation or something like that. And if you players vote for Evan Nashblade, the Molten Weapon Facility will be what enters the Fractals of the Mist dungeon rotation, and we're going to get cheaper Black Lion keys and a different mini game. Now, ArenaNet has said on the forums, you can't listen to data mined information. You never know what's going to make it to the real game. So I can't confirm that that's going to go into the game, but I wanted to mention it for completeness. So now what we do know, and this is from the letter that came with the campaign posters, this is what it does say. It says the winner will show their appreciation by reducing the cost of certain goods or services, hosting a permanent rotation of well-loved minigames, and sponsoring Mist's research into one of 2 historical events. So it does sound like, from this official document, that the data mining is at least partially correct, but maybe they'll switch which rewards go with which candidate. Who knows? So I think it's interesting that we're going to have some tangible permanent rewards, and hey man, waypoint fees sound really good to me. Even though I kind of would like the molten weapon facility to be the one that actually goes into the fractals, but with the waypoint fees. So I don't know. I guess we can't really divide that up a little bit. So that's just how that's going to work. So the voting is going to continue between July 23rd and August 5th, and I assume we're going to find out shortly afterwards who is the winner. Now, there's going to be some new events with this release. The South Sun Survival is going to be a new game. You're going to be armed with only a bow and whatever supplies you can scavenge, and you're going to face off against other players to battle to see who's the last one standing. All right, it sounds kind of like a little bit like what we saw in one of the beta weekends, right? They had the Hunger Games type approach to it. Not exactly like that, but a last man standing, armed with a bow and whatever supplies you can scavenge. Sounds pretty cool to me. Now, you will receive karma, coins, and the chance to receive an exclusive back item for completing this activity. We also are going to get something else called the Aspect Arena. Players can pick one of the aspects, lightning, sun, or wind. I guess you're going to get a movement skill, just like you do right now in the Bazaar of the Four Winds. And you're going to face off in teams to collect crystals in a new PvP activity. Each aspect grants a different movement skill, and you're going to compete to maneuver and fight each other while you're collecting these crystals, I assume. So there's a little bit of strategy involved. Do you want to have the lightning dash where you get to go really fast, or do you want to be able to jump really high? So that sounds interesting. And then the final one is the Candidate Trials. Players can test their battle skills alone or with group in support of their chosen candidate by taking on waves of Aetherblade pirates. Support tokens and loot, even a rare chance at the aetherized weapons will be granted to those that can hold out. Now that is something that players were asking about all throughout the Sky Pirates patches. Can we buy can we get the Aetherblades weapons? They're really cool. So there's some unique skins there, and it sounds like we're going to have our chance to compete and get some of those in game. So that sounds awesome. Now, there's also going to be new rewards, exclusive back items. The Desert Rose and the Zephyr Rucksack will be available as rare drops from South Sun Survival and the Aspect Arena activities. Those are the first 2 I mentioned. Man, we get a lot of back pieces. I mean, a lot of them look cool, and I understand why we get back pieces, because they can just, it works for light, medium, and heavy, right? You just put it on, and you can't dye the back pieces and stuff like that. But man, you can only wear one of them, and I have a bunch of them just sitting in my bank. I'm like, what am I going to use these for? So I don't know. Hopefully they look cool. Desert Rose and Zephyr Rucksack. And you can also get the mini Ellen Keel and mini Evan Nashblade by completing the Nashblade Supporter and Keel Supporter meta achievements. All right, and last but not least, the Catapult Mastery for World vs. World fans will be put in. It's a new ability line that increases damage done to walls, inflicts damage against other siege weapons, and increases the attack radius to unlock a new skill. It increases the attack radius and will unlock a new skill. So that kind of, in a nutshell, is what we know about Cutthroat Politics at the moment. Stay tuned to the Guild Wars official website for more information on that, and also Massively.com will be putting out all of the stuff we can get our hands on. So that's going to go live on July 23rd. And as usual, leave us a comment below with any questions or feedback about this patch, and I look forward to seeing this update in game. Take care, everybody, and have a good one.